Hi everyone, hope you all are good. So we're going to start with grade 9 maths. So you can find all the lessons on aplusstudents.com. You have to log in there using your email address and password as provided by the administrator. Then you have to select math from the subject tab. Scroll down to grade 9 maths. There you can find a list of the chapters. So we're going to start with the chapter radical expressions. And the lessons we're going to learn today are simplify radical expressions involving fractions, add and subtract radical expressions, multiply radical expressions, simplify radical expressions using the distributive property. So let's just start with the first lesson, that is simplify radical expressions involving fractions. Let me write down the lesson name, then we'll start. Please make sure you have your notebook and pencil so that you can note down the important examples and definitions as well. Got it? Okay, the lesson name is simplify radical expressions in simplify radical expressions involving fractions. Okay, here I am on grade 9 maths. The chapter name is radical expressions. So we're going to start with the lesson simplify radical expressions involving fractions. So let's just start with the lesson. Okay, let's start with examples. So the first example is square root 10 divided by 9. So you have to write the numbers as their prime factorizations. It'd be square root 10 divided by 9. So just write down both the numbers as a prime factors. So the prime factors for 10 are 2 times 5 and the prime factors of 9 are 3 times 3. Got it? So we can write them as 2 times 5 divided by 3 square. Got it? Then we can write them as 2 times 5 square root and 3 square root. Got it? Because the square root is for both numerator and denominator as well. Got it? So here 2 and square root got cancelled out and you are left with square root 2 times 5 is 10 because you don't have any square here. Square root 10 divided by 3. Got it? That's how you simplify the radical expression square root 10 divided by 9. It would be square root 10 divided by 3. Got it? The next one is square root 25 divided by 4. Okay, it would be square root 25 divided by 4. So just write the both numerator and denominator as a prime factors. So the prime factors for 25 are 5 times 5 and the prime factors for 4 are 2 times 2. Got it? So we can write them as 5 square divided by 2 square. Got it? So 2 cancel out square root and 2 cancel out square root and you are left with 5 divided by 2. Got it? That would be the simplified radical expression. So let's just start with the test questions so that we can do practice questions. Okay, the next one is square root 10 divided by 9. That would be the same we did on the tutorial. Got it? So let's just do it again. You have to write both numerator and denominator as the prime factors. So it would be 2 times 2 and 3 times 3. Got it? So the radical sign is for both numerator and denominator. Got it? So you can write them as square root 2 times 5 and square root 3 square. Got it? So 2 and square root cancel out each other. So you are left with 2 times 5 is 10 divided by 3. So that would be the correct option. Got it? Option number 2 is the correct option. Got it, everyone? So just select the correct option, then click on the OK button. Okay, the next one is square root 25 divided by 4. That is the one I just did on board. So which is the correct option? The correct option is 5 divided by 2. Got it? The second option is the correct one. Just select the correct option, then click on the OK button. Okay, the next one is 9 divided by 25. So just write them as the prime factors. The prime factors for 9 are 3 times 3, and the prime factors for 25 are 5 times 5. Got it? So you can write them as 3 square square root and 5 square root. Got it? 2 and square root got cancel out, and 2 and square root got cancel out. So you're left with 3 divided by 5. Got it? So the second option is the correct one. Got it? 3 over 5. Just select the correct option, then click on the OK button. Got it, everyone? Okay, the next one is square root 10 divided by 9. So write them as the prime factors, 2 times 5, and you can write them as 3 times 3. It would be 2 times 5 square root and 3 square. Got it? So square root 10 divided by 3. Got it? So first option is the correct one. Just select the correct option and then click on the OK button. Okay, the next one is square root 9 divided by 4. So you can write them as 3 times 3 and divided by 2 times 2. Got it? So it would be 3 square divided by 2 square. You can write them as square root of the numerator and square root of the denominator. 2 and square root cancel out, 2 and square root cancel out. So you are left with 3 divided by 2. Got it? But you are not given with the correct option. 3 times 3 is 9, and 2 we don't have. You are not given with 3 by 2. Got it? You are not given with the correct option. So you can select any. Let me see how it is. 9 by 2. Got it? So that would be the wrong option given. So okay, got it. Okay, you can complete the test by yourself later today. Let me just move on to the next lesson. The next lesson is add and subtract radical expressions. Add and subtract radical expressions. Okay, let's just start with the first example you have. Negative 10 square root 3 plus 2 square root 3. So both of the expressions have same square root value. Got it? You can take square root 3 common and you're left with negative 10 plus 2. Got it? So just evaluate negative 10 plus 2. That would be negative 8 square root 3 again. Got it? Got it? That would be negative 8 square root 3. Whenever you have the same square root value, just take out the common, square root value common, and calculate the expression, evaluate the expression. Got it? Just look at the another example. Here you have square root 5 is common. Just take out square root 5 common from both the expression and you're left with 5 minus 4. Got it? So 5 minus 4 is 1. It would be 1 square root 5 and that equals square root 5. Got it? So the correct option is square root 5. Okay, let's just start with the test so that we can do practice questions. Okay, it would be 4 square root 3 plus 5 square root 3. So they have the same square root value, that would be square root 3. So just take out square root 3 common and you're left with 4 plus 5. Got it? So 4 plus 5 is 9. So you can write it as 9 square root 3. Got it? So the correct option is option number 1. 9 square root 3 is the correct option. So just select the correct option, then click on the OK button. Okay, the next one is 3 square root 2 minus 5 square root 2. So just take out square root 2 common and you are left with 3 minus 5. Got it? So 3 take away 5 is negative 2. Got it? It would be negative 2 square root 2. So second option is the correct one. Just select the correct option, then click on the OK button. Okay, the next one is add, write your answer in simplest form. Negative 8 square root 3 plus 2 square root 3. You can take out common square root 3. You're left with negative 8 plus 2. Got it? So negative 8 plus 2 is negative 6. So it would be negative 6 square root 3. Got it? So just select the correct option and click on the OK button. Okay, the next one is 5 square root 5 minus 4 square root 5. So we can take common square root 5. Then we are left with 5 minus 4. So 5 minus 4 is 1. Got it? It will be 1 square root 5, or either you can write square root 5. Got it? So the correct option is square root 5. So just select the correct option, then click on the OK button. Okay, the next one is which of the option is the correct one. You can take out square root 2 common. Then you have to do negative 8 plus 6. So negative 8 plus 6 is negative 2. Got it? It would be negative 2 square root 2. Got it? So just select the correct option, then click on the OK button. Okay, the next one is negative 4 square root 5 subtract 3 square root 5. So you can take common square root 5 and you are left with negative 4 subtract 3. So negative 4 negative 3 equals negative 7 square root 5. Got it? So the second option is the correct option. Got it? Just select the correct option, then click on the OK button. Write your answer in simplest form, negative 8 square root 3 plus 3 square root 3. So which of the option is the correct one? Yes, that would be the second option, negative 7 square root 3. Got it? So just select the correct option, then click on the OK button. Subtract, write your answer in simplest form. 8 square root 3 minus 6 square root 3. So which of the option is the correct one? Eight minus 6 is 2 and it would be 2 square root 3. Got it? The correct option is 2 square root 3. So just select the correct option, then click on the OK button. Okay, which of the option is the correct one? Subtract, write your answer in the simplest form. So which of the option is the correct one? You can take out common square root 3 and you're left with negative 5, negative 9. So negative 5, negative 9 equals negative 14. Got it? So it would be negative 14 square root 3. Got it? So first option is the correct one. Just select the correct option, then click on the OK button. Okay, you can complete the test by yourself later today. Let me just move on to the next lesson. The next lesson is multiply radical expressions. So let's just start with the next one, multiply radical expressions. Multiply radical expressions. Okay, so let's start with the first one. Well, let's start with the first example. You have square root 10 square. Got it? So basically, squaring a number is opposite of taking its square root. The two operations cancel out each other. Got it? We know that square and square root are opposite to each other, so they both they cancel out each other. Got it? So 2 and square root got cancelled out and you are left with 10. Got it? Okay, the next one is square root 3 times square root 6. So you have to use the multiplicative multiplication property of square root. When two numbers are under the two radicals, you can multiply them under the same radical. Got it? It would be then you can write them as like you factored 6. We factored 6 as a prime factors 2 times 3. So when you write them in a same radical, it would be 3 times 2 times 3. So you can make it 3 square. Got it? So 3 square, you can cancel out 2 and square root, and you're left with 3 square root 2. Got it? Let's just do the practice questions. Okay, the first one is square root 2 square. So we know that square root and square root are two opposite operations. Got it? They cancel out each other. So that means 2 and square root cancel out each other. So you're left with just 2. Got it? So second option is the correct one. Just select the correct option and click on the OK button. Got it? Okay, the next one is square root 3 and square root 15. So first of all, I'm going to use the multiplication property of square root. You can write them as in the same radical. Got it? So just factor out 15 as a prime factor. It would be 3 and 50. You can write 15 as 3 times 5. Got it? So you can combine them and write them as 3 square times 5. Now again, you can use the same property of multiplication of square root. You can write them in the different square roots. Got it? They both are equal. Got it? So 2 and square root cancel out each other. You're left with 3 square root 5. Got it? So the correct option is option number 2. That would be 3 square root 5. So just select the correct option, then click on the OK button. The second option is the correct one. Just select the correct option, then click on the OK button. Okay, the next one is square root 3 times square root 6. So you can use the same property of square roots. That would be if you have a times b, you can write them as square root a times square root b. So here you are given, they are written in the separate into different square roots, so you can write them together under one square root. Got it? So you can write them as 3 times 6. Got it? So let's just write down the prime factors of 6. So the prime factors of 6 are 3 times 2. Got it, everyone? So here 3 times 3, you can write them as 3 square times 2. So again, I'm using the same property. If it is written like a times b in the same in one square root, you can split them into different square roots. So I am going to write them as 3 square times square root 2. Got it? 2 and square root cancel out each other, so you're left with 3 and square root 2. Got it? Got it, everyone? So the correct option is option number 2. So just select the correct option, click on the OK button. Okay, the next one is square root 3 times square root 2. So which of the option is the correct one? Yes, that would be square root 6. Got it? You can write them as in a same square root. So they are already a prime number, the smallest prime number. So 2 times 3 is 6. So it would be square root 6. Option number 1 is the correct option. Just select the correct option, then click on the OK button. Okay, then we have square root 10 square. So we know that 2 and square root are two opposite operations. They can cancel out each other. Got it? So the correct option is, so it would be 10. The correct option is the second one. Got it? So just select the correct option, then click on the OK button. Okay, the next one is square root 5 square. So which of the option is the correct one? So we know that 2 and square root are opposite operations. They can cancel out each other. So the correct option is 5. Got it? Just select the correct option, then click on the OK button. So square root 5 times square root 10. So it would be, yeah, you can write them. You have to use the multiplication property of square root. So you can write them in a same square root and then write down the prime factors for both the numbers. Got it? So you can write 10 as 5 times 2. Got it? So you can write them in a square form. It would be 5 square times 2. So you can write it as 5 square times square root 2. 2 and square root cancel out each other. So it would be 5 square root 2. Got it? So the correct option is 5 square root 2. So just select the correct option, then click on the OK button. The second option is the correct one. Got it? Okay, the next one is square root 5 square. So which is the correct option? 2 and square root are opposite operations, so they can cancel out each other. So the correct option is, so the correct option is 5. Just select the correct option, then click on the OK button. Okay, the next one is square root 15 square. So 2 and square root are the two opposite operations. They can cancel out each other. So you are left with just 15. Got it? Just select the correct option, then click on the OK button. Okay, the next one is square root 3 times square root 6. So which of the option is the correct one? It would be 3 square root 2. Got it? Okay, so we have done with the test. Let me just move on to the next lesson. Got it? The next lesson is simplify radical expressions using the distributive property. Let me write down the lesson name on the board. Simplify radical expressions using simplify radical expressions using the distributive property. Okay, let's just start with the next lesson. That would be simplify radical expressions using the distributive property. Okay, here I'm on the lesson. So let's just solve the expression. You are given with square root 3. You have to multiply them. Got it? And we have to write the answer in the simplest form. Let's just start with a test. Okay, so you can multiply the value that is written outside the bracket with everything that is written inside the bracket. So it would be then multiply negative square root 3 with negative 9. It would be negative 9 square root 3 and multiply square root 3 with square root 2. So it would be square root 3 times square root 2. So here I'm going to apply the multiplicative multiplication uh, property of square roots. It would be 3 times 2. Got it? So 3 times 2 is 6. So it would be 9 square root 3 plus 6. Got it? So second option is the correct one. Just select the correct option, then click on the OK button. Got it, everyone? If you have any question, any problem, you can write the chat box. I am here to answer all your questions. Okay. So just multiply the negative square root 2 outside the bracket with both the numbers. It would be negative 2 times negative 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 positive. You have 2 square root 2. Got it? Then you have this negative sign and negative. It would be positive, and it would be square root 2 times square root 2. So here we can apply the multiplicative multiplication property of square roots, and we can write them as 2 times 2. Got it? It would be 2 square. 2 and square root cancel out each other, and you're left with 2 square root 2 plus 2. Got it? So the correct option is the first one. Select the correct option, then click on the OK button. It would be 2 square root 2 plus 2. The first option is the correct one. Just select the correct option and then click on the OK button. Okay, the next one is multiply the square root 3 with both the numbers inside the bracket. It would be 5 negative 5 square root 3 and minus square root 2 times square root 3. So you have to apply the multiplicative property of square roots. Here it would be 2 times 3, and 2 times 3 is 6. So negative 5 square root 3 minus 6 square root 6, sorry, not. So the first option is the correct option. Got it? Just select the correct option, then click on the OK button. Got it? Second option is the correct one. First one, oh yes, we have negative 5. So first option is the correct one. Okay, then which of the option is the correct one? So the correct option is option number 1. Got it? Option number 2 is the correct one. It would be 9 square root 5 plus square root 10. Got it? So just select the correct option, then click on the OK button. Okay, the next one is the correct option is So option number 2 is the correct option. Got it? So just select the correct option, then click on the OK button. So which of the option is the correct one? Option 1 or option 2? The correct option is the second one. Got it? So just select the correct option, then click on the OK button. Okay, so which of the option is the correct one? Multiply, write your answer in simplest form. So which of the option is the correct one? That would be the second one. 7 square root 3 and negative 15 square root. Got it? It would be the second option. It would be the second option. Got it? So which of the option is the correct one? That would be 8 square root 2 negative 2. Got it? Okay, you can complete the test by yourself later today. So here is the list of the lessons we have covered today. We are working on grade 9 maths. The chapter name is radical expressions. And the lessons we just did are simplify radical expressions involving fractions, add and subtract radical expressions, add and subtract radical expressions, multiply radical expressions, simplify radical expressions using the distributive property. So if you need more help with any of the lesson, either you can contact tutor on the Skype or either you can join me on the interactive session daily from 9 to 9:30. Got it? So that's all for today. Please click on the like button right below the video if you find the session helpful for you. Got it? So that's all for today. See you in the next session. Bye everyone.